So in the game you're seeing today, I joined midway and we were losing in a ground war fight, and I just thought to myself, you know what, we're clearly going to lose. I've joined, the enemy are way ahead, so I'm just going to get as many damn kills as I possibly can. And I employed what I think might be the single most powerful tactic in the game. Like, I'm talking better than camping with the 725 or using the M4A1. This is the most powerful tactic you can use if KD is all that's on your mind. And it's very simple what you have to do. Get in a tank as fast as you can on ground war, and then use the point man perk, because with point man essentially it turns kill streaks into score streaks, and when you're using score streaks, the tanks or the APCs can count towards getting more and more points. So you can use a tank to get a gunship. That's absolutely nuts, and I knew this was a possibility going into the game. So I chose my score streaks to be an infantry assault vehicle, so if my original tank went down, I could just get a new one, and then my two favourite kill streaks just to use, which are chopper gunner and the gunship, and it worked completely fine. And the only real tactic I would suggest using when you're in an APC or a tank is to make sure you keep moving, because if you stand still, you're going to find the infantry on the roofs of buildings will just start firing rockets at you. So as long as you stay mobile, it's so easy to get kills with a tank. And what you'll see me do is I'm tending to aim for the feet or the ground, because the splash damage on these tanks is so strong. It just means that you're hedging your bets. It's easy to get the kill. I think that if you get a direct hit, yes, it's an instant kill, but for me, I'd rather guarantee the kill even if it's a bit slower by aiming for the feet rather than aiming for them. And yeah, so it was pretty easy just to go around the map racking up kills. When my engines got disabled, I thought, okay, I'm vulnerable now, so I jump out of my APC and call down another tank, which feels super cheap, but hey, it's what I did. And I used that to get to my gunship, and then once I had enough, I got out of the infantry assault vehicle, went into a bus and hid. Initially I called out the gunship, and as much as I love the gunship, I've realised it has a weakness on this map where you can't always aim the gun to your targets, you just don't have the angle. So it can be frustrating when you're in the gunship and you're like, I can see all these targets but I can't shoot them. But hey, you're in a gunship, and I love the kill streak just in terms of how it looks and how it plays. And then the moment my gunship ends, I'm just like, okay, now I'm on to my chopper gunner, and the chopper gunner can fly around the map, so you can chase down targets. And it's very satisfying to go after people who are sniping on the roof, because they're like the bane of my life. So I used that to take out the snipers on the roof, and yeah, it's crazy. I end up getting 31 kills pretty much exclusively in vehicles with no deaths, and then just for good measure there's one guy shoot through a bush. Hey, but the match was lost. It was lost before I joined, to be honest, but hey, I came away with 32 kills and no deaths. And if you're someone who really prioritizes KD in this game, this seems to be the single most powerful thing you can possibly do, so go for it. I mean, hey, if this was a bigger channel, if people actually watch my videos, I'd almost be afraid to show this, because I wouldn't want everyone using it, even though I know it's no secret. I'm sure I'm not the first person to discover it, but I've just realised, man, this thing is like an insanely OP strategy. As always, people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.